Hi, good day to you. This is Rain, founder of Forex 100. Can you hear me alright? Is everything okay? Is the sound okay and stuff like that? Yep. So doing a quick check before we get started. So how's your trading has been so far? How's things has been for you? So if you are seeing that I'm looking back, turning my head, I'm looking at on the Facebook. So we are live right now on Wednesday, 2:08 p.m. That's the commitment that I'll do as far as possible. So far last year, January, we did started to do this. Did a bit of managing of expectation. So at that time, App Social did ask us to do this video about twice a month for them. And of course, I find that it's a great idea. It's in line and in sync with what I have in mind. That means finally get out to the internet and just share what I have, what kind of thoughts I have, what kind of trading strategies I have for the week. So for the past 1 year, I have been doing this, and the good thing about this is we only have one hiccup session that was actually last week due to some bandwidth internet issue. So right now I make it as one of my checklists to restart the modem and everything, so we can flush out all the dead memories and stuff like that, if it makes sense to you. A quick fix, and hopefully for the next 1 hour the bandwidth, everything is nice, it's great. So I can see some of you are live right now, so you can just respond if the sound is okay. That would pretty be a help. And interestingly, I would say that things are very aligned for me, and I feel really very blessed. As I was thinking of writing articles, one of my business coach, let's put it this way, has been telling me since 2 years ago to write article. But as a person, traders, I realized that there's a lot of traders that I know have problems in spelling and grammar and stuff like that. So and of course for me, I prefer the video way, because I felt that it's much faster and it's very natural. And once you have shared, there's no way of coming back, all right, unless you just retract it. But what you have said has been said, if that makes sense. So last week a company looked for us, PR Newswire. Very honored to be approached by them. So they do have coverage in many countries, in Asia as well, in Canada as well as in US. So it did offer to us that it can bring us some news feeds and stuff like that. You can see that it's already in our website. Let me just share with you very quickly. It's under resource, global finance news, as the title suggests. It should filtered by region and financial related news. And of course it came out very nicely. All right, so you can have some read, sometimes you might have broken links and stuff like that. These are all beyond our control. These are all feeds that we got from them. And of course you can definitely feedback. You can drop them an email and stuff like that, say that you read from Forex 100, there's a broken link, what's happening and stuff like that. That will do us much good if you find that is an issue for you not to read some news. And of course we are having the option to share the kind of news we like to post. So I have wrote something like, if you hate Mondays, chances you don't like your work, so why do you continue, correct? So many of times I just like to do a quick share right now. We say that in life we do not have a choice, but in fact we do. And in most cases, if you are able to see this video, I would assume that you are in a developed or a developing country, and it's kind of your free will to able to watch this video, correct? Or you're in some parts of the world that you have to watch this video through firewall, which is fine. You are able to do it as well. I mean VPN. So when we talk about no free will, unless you are born in the ancient time when in a unfortunate situation your lineage is a slavery or what, so you are a slave and you are born as a slave and there's no other way. Those I would say that it's not 100%, but it's like 90% that it's quite true that you do not have a choice. Does it make sense? So in modern world, yes, there are other things like debt, commitment, promises, this and that, correct? If that's not what you really love to do, I'm not saying that you should quit the job immediately, but start to find ways of your interest, and you should start be doing it. And of course, you're thinking that, hey, my interest doesn't pay me, at least not at the start, and you did your research and did certain about it. There are some other ways. You can look for a business coach. You can look for people that's around, has experience dealing with business owner. You can even speak to myself, or we can arrange a session. And I can find you a right fit, a good fit, or I may just do some sharing, say that, okay, this is really challenging, it's beyond what I can do. Let me just check with some of my contacts and see if I can pass you some good coaches that can help you. Correct? That can be done. Is how much you want it to be done, you see. So that's the thing. All right. So, but sometimes you might find that, hey, I want it, but I just want something that is a bit safe. I want to have the sense of security. Of course, you can still do it full time and while starting your business. Alternatively, after trading since like 05 till now, is about 15-16 years already in running, and been teaching for the past 13 years. If you are thinking to trade and you do not have this financial background and you are looking for a coach, well, I've been trading and teaching for quite some time. If you like the way I conduct the session, we can arrange a session, we can talk and stuff like that. So my way of doing things is all my courses are being programmed, or rather is being designed, working with people that is do not have any financial background to start off with. Stop giving you excuses, of not moving forward because you don't have the knowledge of financial, correct? You can buy that from someone else, buy that from someone that has experience to share with you the do and the don'ts in trading and good practices and stuff like that, you see. So no one are born to know how to trade, correct? We are not even born how to walk, if you know what I'm trying to say. If that helps, correct? So I wrote this very simple article, a very simple article that come up with 9 different pointers over here, and share about things like let me just off this first. Okay, so share about things about certain things and certain check box you can put it on your list. And of course, if you have more than 3, then chances that you don't like your job, you see. So you can read the article over here. It's great. Yeah, at least I find that is my first piece of work. I'll just paste the link over here. Hi Tai Hao, it's been some time, so I'll just paste a link over here, and you see how if give me some private feedbacks on maybe what is the next topic you want to look into, and of course if this is a help. So moving forward, I'm launching things like I will have a segment that talk about mindset. The exact name for it have not I have not come up with. So basically, I'll be using the law of attraction that I've been practicing since 06 as well. But we are talking about feasible steps and actionable steps, you see, to work with your relationship with money, in short, to work with how you see things and how you manage your money and stuff like that after you have earned it. Correct. So visit our website. There'll be more and more of sharings, and of course, if you have been going through our website, you know that right now I even have a new analyst. Calvin is sharing it in the Mandarin version of the videos and stuff like that. Yeah. So these are all the upcoming events. All right, weekly market analysis and stuff like that. So you can go under article. Alright, so under article, you will get to see other posts like Calvin's posts and stuff like that, all the analysis and stuff like that. Okay, so I'll be sharing with him how to actually put it in the feature article so we can get it from the front page. That'll be good. I think he checked it under market outlook. Alright, so it should be, yeah, all the market outlook over here. So you can see that it's very, very up to date. Alright, and for harmonic patterns, he focused pretty much on bad pattern. So if you want to just dive in on that, want to see how he write and stuff like that, you can. And of course, he do write English version as well. If there's enough requests for his English version to be posted, I'll let him know, and you'll find a way to actually send it out to you. If you are interested to be in our mailing list, just let us know what you want, because Forex 100, in fact, a lot of things that we are doing in the past and even right now are requests from people around us, and they share with us what they are looking for. And of course, you get to see all the videos, today live session to be posted over here as well. Is in our YouTube, in fact. Alright, so if you want the first-hand information, just subscribe to our YouTube. Let's get going with today's analysis. So what I'll be doing is I'll be running 12 pairs from Euro Dollar all the way straight down to Pound Australia, from right to left. So at times we do look at the bigger picture if we find that the market is pretty stagnant, to look at the overall feel. So we are running this framework, APE, analyze, plan and execute. It has been designed this way since the start, and of course when you come up with this framework, it has been around for 4 years. Just that myself as a founder, I have not been sharing this framework. So moving forward, you'll see a lot of videos I will consciously share with you the APE process. So the first step is analyze the entire market. So in this case, Euro Dollar lets us just move up one time frame higher. Let's go to the weekly time frame. So on the weekly time frame, you can see that the market have a bit of bouncing movement. Alright, so you can see when this happen, you can suspect its time frame or the lower time frame will have a what we call a harmonic pattern setup. Alright, so overall market trend very bearish, as you can see. Alright, so this hump over here, or a retracement that's more commonly known, this will be the area that I'm looking for a selling opportunity, for a trend trading opportunity. Make sense? Yeah, you can feel free to key in, and I'll do my best to interact with you. To the daily chart, this is our analysis. This was the trend that break and close below the low. Market break above the high 1 time, 2 time. Right now it's on a bullish trend. So when I say that it's on a bullish trend, it's based on this time frame, and of course we'll go to 4 hour and 1 hour. So you might be asking, if daily is a bearish trend and on the 1 hour or 4 hour is bullish, what does it mean? So for me, if daily is bearish, 4 hours is bearish, 1 hour is bullish, is in fact the perfect scenario for me to look for a shorting opportunity on the 1 hour chart. A simple strategy can be as simple as a double top with RSI divergence. That will give me a good price fit to enter the trade. That is one. Or what can be done is let's say you have a mix. Daily time frame is bearish, 4 hours is bullish, and 1 hour is bearish. So if you're not comfortable, we can just use 2 time frame. Overall is bearish on the daily time frame. On the 4 hour, it went bullish, so I'm waiting for a double top. That's one way. The other way is you just take it as it is a mixed sentiment. Market is moving, shifting, is not confirmed yet. Bigger time frame is bearish. Or you can just trade on a single time frame when you say that there's a mixed sentiment, or you can choose not to trade at all. So it really boils down to how comfortable you are. Are you really very into trend trading? Yes, if you are very into trend trading, then either you trade on all 3 time frames, related time frames of course, is all bearish, or the lowest time frame is the opposite of the overall movement. Make sense? Alright, so on the daily chart, bullish run to the 4 hour chart. You can see this M formation, a bullish harmonic pattern setup that has took off. So traders, if you're already involved, congrats, because this is seems like the next higher low. It can only be confirmed when the candle break and close above the high price. Then this can be a legit higher low. Alright, because how do you know that this is the lowest price, correct, of this region, correct? Alright, down to the 1 hour chart. On the 1 hour chart, you can see that is pretty much after a bearish movement, market turned bullish. Back to daily chart, let me share with you my analysis. My analysis over here on the daily chart is a bearish sharp pattern. I'm waiting to short at 1.1251 for a selling opportunity or even as early as 1.1221. We'll see how the candle close up, form up over here. This bearish chart I've been sharing it since I think somewhere over here in October. So daily time frame, it does take some time for the market to react. It's pretty normal. To the 4-hour chart, this is the bullish godly pattern. So traders, if you have engaged this trade after the indecision candle in our company, our teaching, we call it a magic candle, and buy it all the way up, congratulations. If you have not, then just wait for a retracement or wait for the next trade. It's fine. So that's $. Next trade, pound dollar on the daily chart. On the daily chart, pound dollar, you can see that even we move one time frame higher. Let's see. So I need to break to form a new trend. So over here is bearish, market went back up, did not break and close above the high. So it is still a bearish trend, came all the way down, went back up. So on the weekly overview, pound dollar is still bearish. All right, it is something is very interesting. I'm seeing it for the first time as well. So at this level, 1.3321 is a good level for you to consider for a selling opportunity. Right now there are about 4 indecision candle. So by latest by next week, end of next week, it has to show that it's moving upwards. A reversal and engulfing of this candle would be great. If not, bullish trend might be weakened. All right. On the daily chart, you can start to see this M formation. So you can see that maybe a harmonic pattern is going to set up. 24-hour chart, this is what we have. Bearish movement, then you have a bit of farm. So there are two sides of the setup. If you can read mix analysis, which is fine, because if you are trading harmonic pattern, you trade on the D point completion. So until you complete, then enter the trade. To the 1 hour, this is what we have. Bearish run. So selling is trend trading. Back to daily chart, let me share with you my analysis. So my analysis, the overarch analysis over here is that, hi Eugene, hope the sound is okay. You missed the fun part in the front part. All right, so on the daily chart, there's this bullish flag pattern. To me, it yet to complete, or it has ended premature, meaning to say that it has not reached its supposed take profit level, the way we trade it. Of course, there's no 100% for anything, but this is the level I'm looking for take profit. Then the market slide downwards, so I'm looking for a buying opportunity at 1.2355 as a bullish bad pattern. All right, based off the daily chart is trend trading, but based off overall analysis is counter trend. All right, I leave that to you. 24-hour chart. On the 4-hour chart, there are pretty much a few setup. I think I have differentiated, so let's do it this way. All right, so the 4-hour chart, we have a crab pattern that have a deeper entry 1.2387 compared to the bad pattern. So oh sorry, I retract that. It actually have an earlier completion. So a bad have a deeper completion at 1.2345. Of course, if you're a conservative trader, you can wait for 1.23445 or 48 for a better entry opportunity, and that will help you by reducing some of the risks and even gain momentum in buying upside, because there are two trading strategy overlap at about the same range. To the 1 hour chart, this is the bullish godly that you get to see a bit of hint on this time frame there. Here is it. So sometimes it is not this time frame specific. I'll just plot it on the other, unless it is on the time frame that I don't trade it, then I'll make it visible and make it as a reminder to me. All right, so pound dollar is one of my big trade I'm looking at. I did a target extension. So some of my guys asked me, hey Rain, how do you do target extension? Pretty much it really depends how strong are you with structure and whether you can read trends well. All right, so this is the analysis that I've done over the week, and it's shared by public. Of course, you won't know my entry stops and target unless you choose to let's say go into our Trade Ideas package community, which I'll share the link with you over here. And yes, Okay, once you're in this community, you get to do a lot of things. You get to see my trades and stuff like that. And of course, yep, you'll see how I actually extend the targets. You get to see all the levers. That's what I want to share with you. And of course, all the updates. Did I do an intervention on that and stuff like that? A 4-1 reward is the risk. It's not too bad, yeah. So looks how the market has been running. Market came down, touched the price, and went off. Great, fantastic. So conservative trader, let's say you're scared in buying because you know that overall arcing trend is still selling and there's some uncertainty and stuff like that. Guess what? Market retest, then you have a RSI divergence, you can enter over here. All right, so either way works. Okay, so that's pound dollar. To the next pair. Dollar yen, very interesting pair. Finally it moved. Seems like I missed the trade again. It's fine. Weekly chart, have a look. Alright, market is at its support area, which is right now the resistance. Alright, let's see how it closes. It's just midweek, 2 more days to close, or 2.5 days to close this candle, and we see how it goes. On the daily chart, you can see market start to go up and finally break and close above the high price one time. All right, waiting for another retracement to confirm the trend. And if you ask me, this is pretty much because of the issue that US have with Iran, and if there's any chances or any light that there is a sign that market or rather the parties are going into the war, US dollar, by previous history and pattern, US dollar have a high likelihood of appreciation. All right, so that's that. If you ask me why you appreciate, to the 4-hour chart, that's my take. 4-hour chart came very nicely, market double bottom, or if you're harmonic pattern traders, you might find some setups over here. And to the 1-hour chart, this is what I see. Daily chart. Over here, this is the head and shoulder formation. So if you have missed it, I find that it's a bit like no point. 110.48 is about 50 pips away. And you do not have a very good support level. Your stop loss is like here, and you have to throw buffer. So it doesn't make sense for you to chase this trade anymore. In fact, the latest candle show a bit of slowing down. All right, so if you're more in for a counter trend or rather a selling opportunity, you may consider that, yeah. But as you are reading a candle, you see a lower shadow at the bottom. You can see that there is some kind of restraint of falling back down. All right, so this is a straight dive movement. So for me right now, dollar yen, not much trade. This was the bearish shark pattern. Traders who are involved or whatsoever, you have been warned in the video that because of this thing going on with the Middle East and nothing is confirmed, correct? I would say just stay away from this trade for now, or you can just trade a simple support resistance with a great what you call reward is the risk. All right, that's dollar yen. To the next pair, euro yen. On the daily chart, market has bearish move, retracement, break and close above the high one time. All right, so it need another break and close above the high before it is a bullish run. So euro yen is on a bearish trend. In fact, it's a very nice candle. I'm waiting for a shorting opportunity as well. You can see there's some similar story between dollar yen and euro yen, and let's see later on the daily chart, New Zealand yen and CAD yen share the same story, yeah. So if it does share the same story, then this is what I call using a seesaw theory. It is yen that is behind it that causing the hot or whatever that has happened. So by yen not moving and holding at a price, let's see, is it overall a high price or low price? It does show certain things. So it does show that a weaker yen is what the market is looking at, because when yen is weaker, the counter currency or rather the other currency that is against it or in comparison with it will have an appreciation move. Let's see how it goes, yeah. So sometimes it is as easy as analyzing and really focus on the candle, the chart pattern, and stuff like that to form out this kind of thesis and form out this kind of shortcuts, so you know what kind of news you should focus on Bloomberg, and from there you grow, you learn the fundamental aspects. This is the fastest way I can see that you can understand the fundamental aspects, especially you do not have any financial background like myself and I started off with. Alright, so Euro Yen on the daily chart, very beautiful. You can see the so overall trend reading, you can see that resistance is over here, support is over here, but there are other things, details, like look at the candle. Is it more bearish or bullish? Yes, you might say that it's a sideway, but overall it's more bearish. So how do I justify that? You can see that the black candle is so much longer compared to the white one. That's one way. And of course you can see that there are more white candles in terms of numbers, but lesser in the black. But when once black happen, very long and very strong in terms of strength of its movement. So I will be more keen into selling for a quick profit rather than buying, holding and be afraid of the quick reversal of the patterns. To the 1 hour chart is what we have. Have you spotted anything yet? If not, and especially if you're our graduates, then you have to go back and practice. Spotted anything yet? Let me just share with you. Alright, back to daily chart. This is my analysis. Bearish back pattern. Market have this movement. I've earned the selling wave as well as the buying wave. It's as good as like magic, you know. So right now the market has retested into the high. The high price is the same, but we have this what we call a RSI divergence. I'm very interested to sell. I am totally biased in this, so I'm looking for a selling opportunity. In fact, if you're not if you're loaded in short, or you are really like impatient, what you can consider is to just enter the market and short it, something like that. Alright, so your stop loss is definitely above X. What's the buffer? That's a trade secret. If you're interested, then just contact me, I'll share more with you. Alright, so to the 4 hour chart, this is what we have. Of course, on the 4 hour chart, you see a bit of break and close above and stuff like that. To me, it doesn't matter because it has to break and close above the high price. It didn't, and it created this shadow over here, and it become an overshadow and a higher resistance to cover everything we see. So the resistance is still resisted. Alright, so that's how your basic come in. Is very simple and very easy. It sounds like, but it is very critical for you when you make a decision. To the 1 hour chart, on your 1 hour chart, you can see this what you call a yellow triangle. If you know my color code, you know what pattern is that. So in fact, it is not for the 1 hour. I have to put it here because I don't trade the 50 minutes nowadays, especially for harmonic pattern. So I'm waiting for a better price feel. In fact, I have really put in my pending order, and my subscriber will get to see the levels I'm looking at. This is something I've designed. I call it a stack trade. Come up with better names so that it can associate better. Just give me some time. Not very good in naming things, but strategies and rules and stuff like that. That's what I do. Alright, go to the 15-minute chart. This is the godly pattern. In most of the cases, this is not a good setup. In fact, to me, this is a warning sign. Let me just share with you a bit more. It's a setup that I won't trade, but I just want a better feel in terms of my price. Alright, you see, over here, the C price touches A. Alright, so when I say it touches A, once it touched beyond, it went beyond the candle body, I'm not interested. Alright, and overall trend is bullish, and this counter trend trade based on this time frame, of course, I'm not interested. Okay, but in this case, it's a bit different. Another thing you have to take note, if the D price completes, it touch B, and just the wick touch come down, is in fact a very strong sign if you're looking for selling opportunity. Look at this. One of the basic of trading is the support and resistance. This will act out like a resistance, and market just spike, touching it, come back down. It's telling you something. The resistance is strong, and you know, if you're looking for selling opportunity, it's great. So the price I'm looking at is 122.661 thereabout, I think. That's my pending order. Alright, so it does give me a better feel. 6.1 to 3.8 is about 30 pips. So if you trade one standard contract, it's $300, man. In most cases, I don't care about it. All right, it's 30 pips, but if it's not a lot if you compare to, let's say, your profit, we are talking about 200, 300 pips. But since there is a setup within a pattern, why not? You get where I'm coming from. All right. And because of this structure, I may just able to even reduce your stop loss, and the overall result, you see, we are looking at 6.4. Let's say 6.4. I think I place it at 6.1. This shadow itself is the one that overcast it, and I can do a very tight stop because of this. Got it? There is a kind of a pattern over there. I may not just use the shadow to do it. That would be silly for me to do. So these are certain ways that I teach in the pro trader training. So what is a pro trader training? If you are looking to go pro, if you are thinking of teaching people, empowering people how to trade, how to live their lifestyle and spend the least amount of time doing things to earn money but rather enjoy your life, you should be here. Or you are thinking of, you are tired of meeting people, you don't want to answer to any bosses and stuff like that, you want to live your own dream on your own life, you don't even want to teach, but you find that trading is a viable way of generating money, but you don't want to stick in front of a computer, you just want to spend 30 minutes a day. Pro Trader is for you as well. And of course, this will prepare you 1 year from now to able to generate reports that is good enough. Of course, you'll be graded and guided to be accepted by brokerages. You're looking at the range between 500 US a month to about even 2, 3, or even 4,000 a month. Depends on the content and the standard of how the report is being produced. All right. And of course, frequency counts as well, number of products counts as well, and of course the size of the broker if they are able to pay you. All right. So if you are looking at that, just work at the comfort of home, then yeah, try my life then. All right. So that's that. To the next pair, pound yen on the daily chart. So market hit back into this area once again. This selling resistance zone touch came down, show you it's a very strong bearish run. To the 4-hour chart, market came down and perhaps we have a sharp pattern. Okay, bearish sharp. So you analyze the overall market. What is the trend? Seems bullish on the 4-hour chart. Daily chart, this is the last wave, break and close below. On the daily chart is a bullish run as well. However, it has reached the highest price within this time frame. So sometimes you have to shift one time frame higher. You can see this is a huge mass of consolidation zone. You can see as high as 149. All right. So if you're looking to buy up, yep, there are opportunity for a higher time frame kind of trading. But if you are comfortable with daily 4-hour, 1 hour, daily is bullish as well, 4 hours is bullish as well, but it hit a resistance area. So take note. To the 1 hour chart. On the 1 hour chart, likewise, this consolidation area as well. So some of the thoughts you can have is you will look for a selling opportunity right now. Once market break and close above the high, retraces, then you look for a buying opportunity. Sounds good? Back to daily chart, let me share with you my analysis. Hi Brian. Alright, so this is my bearish bed formation. Bearish bed formations and at this price, at this point, it is going back into this small little retracement at 14389, about 60 pips away. You can see how the price react if you see magic candle, then a confirmation reversal. You might just have a good opportunity to engage for a counter trend trade. Forward chart, as mentioned, bearish shark. All right. formation. It will take some time at 147. Just don't care about it. Any pattern that is not formed up yet is not a pattern. So this is the analyzing part. So if you are very aggressive in trading and you are very into this shorting, there is this bearish Gartley looking to short at 14361. However, over here is a huge concern for me. In fact, I will not short this Gartley at all. Why? When a consolidation happen very near to the D point completion, I will not trade. Got it? And it really depends on the previous movement. Alright, previous movement is uptrend, consolidation. It might go into the upwards breakout possibility. I will not trade on a Gartley. Alright, so I might, or even any other harmonic pattern. So over here at about 42.50, I will be more inclined into buying at this price, selling at this area, than to sell over here. Make sense to you? Because if I manage to sell here, it really depends how the candle form up. If a shadow just went up, touch, came down, beautiful. However, if the market just break and close above, went up, chances this will be not a good price to sell. Maybe it can go up even higher before reversal, and even that, this will become a very strong support. Make sense to you? Yep, so these are things that I do extra emphasis in Pro Trader, and of course there are more that I'll be sharing in my Pro Trader program. So like I've mentioned, if you're looking to teach or even to work from home, like a full-time, and having the thoughts or even impact and change someone else's life through the financial knowledge that you're going to gain, then contact me more on the Pro Trader. Alright. Okay, so pound yen done. To the next pair. So for those who have came earlier, you should know what we are looking at. For those who just join us, we are looking at and we're trying to observe of how many yen pair. In fact, I do trade a lot of yen, if you realize. Euro yen, dollar yen, pound yen, New Zealand yen, cat yen. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 out of 7. That's a lot. Alright. Australia is quite a far bit as well. Pound as well. You know. Euro is alright. You know. But yen, yeah, is quite a lot. 5 out of 7. Crazy. I'm talking about the main pairs, of course. The mainstream currency. Alright. So we are looking at this small little pattern, which is an indecision candle. Let's see, is it throughout or the candle, or rather all the pairs. Dollar yen have it, euro yen have it. Pound yen, kind of, but it's a bit different from your dollar yen. It's at the high point. It's at the high point. It's not at the high point. Alright. New Zealand yen, nope, different. Alright, so somehow the dollar and euro yen have very similar, dollar yen, euro yen, that's what I mean, have a very similar setup. Alright, you can observe I'll form more theses and analysis when moving through the currency pair. On the daily chart, the framework APE, analyze, plan, execute. Analyze. What is the market trying to tell you? Bearish movement. Is bearish movement. Oh, market break and close above the high. Look again, doesn't happen. It didn't break and close above the high price over here. Or rather, it did over here by a pip. Sorry. Alright, so it break and close above the high one time. So it need another break and close above the high price at 73.55 before it is a bullish trend. So at this level, focus, this level over here, or rather this region, even the high price 73.53 thereabout, you meet another hump. So we have to see how the market break and close above. If it close above at this price 74.60, it's as good as telling you can't do anything, because look left, structure leave clues. Over here there's another structure as well. So I am more into selling than buying in this pair in terms of market potential, because I only have this region as a concern. Then after that, you will have a free fall all the way to this price. You see? Alright, so to the 4-hour chart, 4-hour chart market have this crazy movement. It could form up a shark pattern. Let's see how it goes. Overall trend bullish. You're looking for sell. You're counter trend trading. 1-hour chart, this is what we have. Break above, close above the high a couple of times. This was the previous price that market came down, the last move, followed by a latest move that break and close below another support. So this become the previous high, market break and close above one time, and you can say this is the second time. Alright, so this is already in a what you call a buy zone, buying opportunity on 1 hour, and this will be the zone you should be looking at. This is analyze. Alright, then you start to plan your trade. Alright, back to daily chart, let me share with you my analysis. As mentioned, it's better to short than buy, but there are a couple of warning signs that happen. The candle break and close above the high price by 1 or 2 pips over here on above X. So you really have to see how it reacts at this price before you enter the trade. Yes, you still can short it, but the reward is the risk will be fantastic, trust me, but the probability of success is lower. Yeah. Because it has violated X. Alright, to the 4-hour. On the 4-hour chart, very sharp formation, and this is drawn to remind me that there is a potential violation of market traveling higher to 73.676 as a AB equals CD movement. And contrary, that could be another entry price for shark. Shark is a very tricky pattern. Hi Calvin, how dare you? You're late. 10 squats. Alright, so on the New Zealand yen, 73.77 is the price I'm looking for a selling opportunity, because AB equals CD movement, as well at the same time it could be the final opportunity of having a very sharp setup. Alright, so this is, I did a lot of back tests before I do my trading, each time frame, each strategy 100 times before I start even trading it or even teaching it. Teaching you requires strategies to be used about 5 years. Yeah, we see how it goes. But at the same time, I do a lot of forward testing. If you have remember some of the pairs on the 1-hour chart, there was a Gartley that I told you that I will not be interested to trade. Pound yen, not interested to trade. Okay, but why this Gartley is still here? To make it nice? No, that's not the point. It's for me to do forward testing and to see if the market has extension upwards and see how the candle move and stuff like that. And this will be like a forward testing. That means an ongoing learning program, because unlike you, I do not have a coach that is coaching me right now. I do not have a coach that is telling me, oh, you have to do this range, you have to do that range, you have to go through this and that. I don't. So one of the things is I let the market moving forward, but firstly you have to have enough fundamental side. Then fundamental, that means the foundation of your trading has to be strong. Then you start to look at some of the formation, further strengthening your existing rules, or even make changes to how you trade even. Alright, so on the 1-hour chart, I'm looking very much on a selling opportunity somewhere over here, 73.75. Alright, to the next pair, New Zealand dollar on the daily chart. Yep, on the daily chart, you can see this is last move that break and close below the low price. So this become the critical high. Analyze, plan, execute. So over here, you can see that the market is very, very nicely resisted. So if you manage to sell at this price, congratulations, quite a good profits. Minimum, you can drag it to 63.48, correct? Support, resistance, very simple trade. Then market choose to break and close above the high. So over here, it really depends how you read it. I read it as one movement. It will need another break and close above the high before I can call it a bull trend on the daily chart. To the 4-hour chart, On the 4 hour charts, look for the one that has break and close below the low, which is here. On the 4 hour chart, unlike the daily chart, it has already on a bullish run. Okay, last bullish movement, this is the buy zone. Market within buy zone. If you love to buy, you can, why not? On the 1 hour chart, let's see. Bullish movement, one trend up, then you have a bit of retracement whatsoever, but overall still bullish, which is fine. All right, so New Zealand dollar, only daily trend is on bearish. The other two trends has really turned bullish. You can take it as an early sign. If you're aggressive, you can even head up and do trade target extension, which I'll share more in my Pro Trader program. Daily chart, bearish shark formation completing at 67.88. All right, so it's a great price because it's the same high as the previous high, which is the X. I'll see how it goes. Most probably I'll take this selling opportunity. By then it could be a counter trend, it could be a trend trading. It depends on how the candle close. All right, when it approach the point. All right, so on the 4 hour chart, 4 hour chart have this bearish flag that I'm looking at. The completion of the flag pattern will take about 65.69. That's the price I'm looking to what you call a do my final take profit for a selling opportunity. Of course, in this case, a counter trend trade. All right, but having this formation can be a harmonic pattern. Make sense? Just saying. To the 1 hour chart. To the 1 hour chart, we can see a couple of patterns. If you manage to short this, oh my god, congratulations guys, if you manage to short this. Hi Jameson. All right, so over here, bearish movement, shorted it, bullish movement, bought it up. New Zealand dollar, if you have shorted this pattern, I really congrat you. Very good setup, very good point. And if I were you, and if I'm holding on to the trade, I will be holding on all the way to a lower price. 65.68 is the price I'm looking at. Or you can just wait, just saying, another harmonic pattern to form up. All right, so this will be the X to A leg. Got it? Okay, that's New Zealand dollar. To the next pair, Australia dollar. On the daily chart, bearish movement. Then you have this kind of wick sharing or telling you that the market do not have strength to push it lower. And if you manage to do a counter trend trade, congratulations. Upward movement, a series of higher low. Alright. On the 4 hour chart, 4 hour chart, market has break and closed above the high price, came back down into the buy zone. It could look very much like a head and shoulder formation, but not the kind that I'll be trading. I have other filters. This one doesn't meet my filters. To the 1 hour chart, you can see market go into consolidation over here. Okay, so this analyze the market overall feel of the market. Let's see. It did break and close above the high one time, but the problem is this is a starting move of the bearish movement. It has not broken it. So overall trend on Australia dollar on the daily chart is still bearish. 4 hour chart, of course, 4 hour chart in this case is sharing with you a buying. In fact, it is a buying opportunity within the buy zone. And on the 1 hour, one hour is also within a buy zone. I read this as one trend. All right, so back to daily chart. Let me share with you my analysis. Over here, a godly pattern. If you manage to short it, congratulations, well done. 70.21, slide all the way down without a retest and stuff like that. It just slide down. Great. To the 4 hour chart. On the 4 hour chart, market has this crazy bullish movement, came back down into the buy zone. and right now pretty much resisted. If you're looking for a buying opportunity, you can. It's within a buy zone on the 4-hour trend. Down to the 1 hour, this is something that you can look into. This is a sell zone, this is a buy zone. You can just play a very simple support resistance trade. Can definitely wait for the market to retrace back to 68, 66 and see how it goes and how it forms before you engage the trade. All good? To the next pair. Hi Queenie. Oh, it has been some time. Alright, so Australia CAD, using the same framework, analyze, plan, execute, analyze the overall trend, bearish. Market did not break and close above the high, in fact very bearish. This is where my money is, and this is one trade that I really put a lot of focus in. To the 4-hour chart, you see this straight dive over here. Then market go into consolidation. Alright, so I am going to do a trade extension and trade it even lower. 1-hour chart, market go into consolidation. So consolidation breeds pattern. So when you see such consolidation, you should really take note and see if there's any trading opportunity for you. Back to daily chart, and let me share with you my analysis over here. A shark pattern which I'm not trading, like I've mentioned earlier on, at 93.31. This is the price for selling opportunity, but usually I just leave it here for observation purpose. What interests me is the market break and close below the low price. This wave interests me, and I want to get involved in the selling opportunity. One thing that is could be better when the market break and close below the support at 8880, even better. But it doesn't, which is fine. I'll observe closely how the market reacts when it meets its support. Or when it meets its support. 4-hour chart, straight down, dive down, waiting for its selling extension to go below 89.03 at the minimum. Alright, extend further. So this is the bad pattern on the 1-hour chart. I have shorted, very good price, shorted, kept the trade, and right now is a lot of waiting game for you to reach the first target and hopefully extend downwards. Alright, so this is one of the highlights that I am looking at this month. To the next pair, using the same framework, analyze, plan, execute, analyze the market. What do you see? See, it seems pretty sideways, but over here it break and close below the low price, something you want to take note. So this is the next lower price you can look into, and of course ask yourself if the market have potential to go even deeper. Alright, you zoom up a bit. Yes, it has potential. Alright, to go even deeper. And these are all within 12 months. No, in fact it's more than that. Okay, 2018 September. Alright, that's the previous low, 2 years low. Yeah, you can look into selling it to the 4-hour chart. Hi Jiahua. All the best for the presentation later. On the 4-hour chart, you can see a bearish movement. The market have a bit of retracement. This could also have a complex pullback or when market went up, consolidation and extend higher. To the 1-hour chart, the sideways movement within the consolidation zone. Alright, and before that you have this W formation. Take note of that to see if there's any harmonic pattern setup. Back to daily chart, let me share with you my analysis. On the daily chart, nothing much. In fact, I think this pair do not have anything much apart from just a sell zone over here. I'm looking for a shorting opportunity. 1-hour chart, let's see if we have anything. Alright, we have this bad pattern, bullish bad pattern, which is not my focus. I'm looking for any selling opportunity that's going to happen or might happen. Let's just go one time frame lower. Anything? Nope, not for me. So dollar CAD, based on my strategies, nothing at this moment that is worth my money to be in. To the next pair, CAD Yen, very interesting pair. CAD Yen on the daily chart, let's see. CAD Yen, dollar Yen, Euro Yen is showing you a similar pattern. Have you spotted that? of all these three, which give you a better selling opportunity? Oops. On the daily time frame, based on the candle formation, which chart give you a better selling opportunity? Dollar yen, euro yen, or cat yen. Let's see if I can do a screen share just by copy and paste. I think I do it this way is better. Let's hope it works. It'll be quite fun. Yeah, so I really give you a clue. The RSI not important. Oops, I cannot do that. So check your chart, guys. Dollar yen look like this. Euro yen look like this. Dollar yen, euro yen, pound yen. Oh, sorry, cat yen. Of which of the three give you a better selling opportunity? I'll share my answer after I did my analysis on cat yen. Please key that in like right now. There's a bit of delay, so don't wait. Delay on the latency of the live stream. Alright, on the daily chart, market has a break and close above the high price over here, so it's pretty much extended into a resistance area. So if market is going up, what is the next level we are looking into? So you have to look into the support resistance and see there's a higher level or a level that can let you earn. If it doesn't, then focus on a counter trend trading opportunity. All right, on the forward chart, market has another break and close above the high price. To the 1 hour, this is what we have. A very bullish movement on this. Back to daily chart, let me share with you my analysis. Although it's bullish, I'm looking for selling opportunity, sadly, because there is not much potential towards a further extension. There is a butterfly pattern, nevertheless, at 84.55, looking for a shorting selling opportunity. Overall trend is bullish, so whatever I'm doing is a counter trend trade. So why is that important? So when I'm counter trend trading, I'm taking the conservative target most of the time. Alright, when I say most, it's more than 90% of the time I'm taking conservative target. That means textbook case. We don't do target extension and crazy stuff. Alright, on the forward chart is what we have, a very bullish movement. No sign of weakening yet. Weakening of the trend, of course. 1 hour, this is what I have. Yeah, nothing much over here. Let's head down to 15. Let's see, there are a couple of rules, you know. Alright, so on the 15 minutes chart, there is a selling opportunity. So if you're into getting the precision of the trades and stuff like that, here is a bearish bad pattern. Check your data, of course, for a selling opportunity. And this is one of the trade that I'll be interested in. Reason being, on the daily time frame, there is already a butterfly pattern. Alright, so I want a better reward is to risk ratio. This is how I'm going to do it. Of course, you have to know what you are doing. It doesn't work in all scenario. You have to know your rules, you have to know your filter, and your reward is to risk can be as crazy as 10 is to 1 when you do something like this. Alright, M15. Yeah, in fact, I'll place a pending order for this. Alright, so daily time frame is a butterfly, and it's what I call a trade, stack trade right now. Overall trend I have to put counter trend before I do any crazy stuff. All right, got it. Good, great. After pound Aussie, I'll share my answer. Pound Australia, analyze, plan, execute. Please key in your answer, guys. Come on, there are so many people live right now. Just choose one. Okay, so pound Australia, market break and close above the high, came back down. This is a head and shoulder formation, the kind that I will trade, so it's a bit troubling. Yep. Later I'll tell you why I'm troubled. So daily chart, bullish movement, right? Overall trend. 4-hour chart, let's see. A break and close below the low one time. Market has not broken this low, which is fine. It's still bullish trend, that's what I meant. 1-hour chart, let's see. Market as well has not broken the support, so overall trend is bullish. And this is my concern. This is the head and shoulder formation that I've spotted. Great if you manage to short it like 1, 2, 3, 4 trading days ago at 90.50, that'll be fantastic. But if you have not, it's fine. 4-hour chart, there's a warning sign, spoiler. Alright, so a very strong bullish movement over here. Alright, and this is the bullish back pattern. Alright, so I almost long this. I almost go into this trade because Pound Australia is one of the trade that I don't trade harmonic pattern for all its setup. The reason is very simple. It's a very trendy pair, and many of times you'll break structure and you move towards the intended, or rather the analyzed direction. Alright, so you must need to have the heart of getting stop out and still enter the trade again. That's about Pound Australia. So not so keen of getting hit again. It's quite like a tanker, or we call it a 12 tonner over here. If you get hit, it injured you quite bad, because the buffer can be quite big. So on top of that, on the C price, there's this what I call a warning sign. Market went up, came down, went to consolidation, went down, and went back up again before it slid down. Alright, so this became a resistance, and it became a setup that gained momentum towards the downside, which it did. You see, the downside movement is so strong. How many white color candles do you see? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. This is the lowest, and out of these 13 candles that we see the straight down, how many candles are there in total? I'm not going to count that. There's a shortcut for that. We include this white candle, right? It's 35. So there's 1/3 of the candle is white, and in fact, even those that's white, they are not very strong. They are reversal sign, you know, and stuff like that. That didn't happen, correct? So you can see what's my concern, why I didn't trade. One warning sign over here, second warning sign over here. Third, I'm spot by choices. Between pound dollar and pound Australia, it happened at the same time. Where else you see pound dollar? Very nicely bounce off. That's why one. Even if you trace back, the support is respected. Pound Australia, market went deep. If you manage to enter here, it looked like it's going to reverse, correct? Then you enter early, then that's a problem. Alright, so let's say if you manage to enter here, it went deeper, went up a bit, came down back to the support as well of this buy zone. So this is when you know that you draw your buy zone correctly, because once the level the market is respected, it didn't break and close below the low price, is bounced off from there. So that's when you know that you draw it correctly, and that is very important. When you do analysis, your buy zone, sell zone, support, resistance, these are very important stuff. If you manage to draw wrongly, even by a bit, the entire thing can go very, very wrong. That's why you have to look for a coach to save your time. Make sense? Looks like we have one person who have shared your answer. The rest please participate. Just choose one at least. Alright, so this is something that's very, very important, and this is something that you shouldn't overlook. When you get a coach, you get someone to remind you of the good practices. Not just that, he or she, in this case he, your truly, will be sharing with the participants on what are the good practices and what are the things that you have to really avoid doing, and what are some of the pitfalls. So it saves you time and money, most importantly, time. Alright, so back to our short little quiz between dollar yen, euro yen, and pound yen. Let me just hide these to make the chart clearer. Dollar yen, we see this. Why I keep on saying pound yen? Dollar yen, euro yen, and CAD yen. Alright, so euro yen, you see this, and CAD yen, you see this. So if I'm looking for a selling opportunity, a euro yen is better. Why? You see, CAD yen has break and close above the high price. Then you have this. Yes, no doubt, if shorted it, it's pretty much have a feel like a hero feeling. But what I want is a stronger move towards the downside. Dollar yen very similar with CAD yen, break and close above the high price. Alright, a magic candle or indecision candle doesn't always mean that the market will reverse. Got it? But when we talk about the euro yen, also indecision candle, magic candle, but it came into the group of candles that it has resisted. Got it? And me being very particular recently, that's why I go into the 15-minute chart to get an even better price feel at 1226 Street. Alright, so that's all I have for you today, guys. If you love today's session, please share the video out. This is something that I'm looking forward to do every week, at least one article to the PR news wire people, so get to read the post, the things that I write. Where is it, man? It's under article. Alright, so if you don't like a job, Monday job, if you don't like, you hate Monday, chances you don't like your job, read this. I think it's quite fine. I will share it on Facebook later on our post as well. Alright, and of course, if you're looking to learn these skills, or you know someone that can benefit from this program, please invite them to the next session. That will be on the 5th of February. You know, guys, I don't do Wednesday. Time is so packed that I only left with Wednesday. That will be 5th of February, and right now we're still in January. I just do not have the time to do it, you see. So please do not hold back anymore. Why I don't do Wednesday is a very busy day by default. Morning I have meeting with 40 entrepreneurs, then after that afternoon, right now at this time I'll be doing like Facebook Live. Make sense? Then after I'm done, I have to rush back to office to do the workshop. So I avoid Wednesday at all costs, but this is all the dates I have. Alright, so it started to tell you something, yeah. Session like this will start to cut down. I'll be sharing as well as Star Trade of the Month. This is something that I have used to do in the past, many years ago. And right now I'm bringing that back because it's all-time favorite. Even for my students, it makes sense for them to come because they can actually benefit from things like that, like at least to the point of the workshop. This is, or rather to the date of the workshop, this is the trade that I do see the highest potential to make money, and I'll be sharing the entry, stops, and target. Alright, so you won't be expecting 12 of them in a year because I don't think I'm able to do it even on a monthly basis. Moving forward, have a lot of overseas engagement. Alright, so that's all I have for you guys. Today has been amazing. You have quite a good crowd, I would say, on the last minute notice. And of course, if you're followers, you should expect these to be on every Wednesday, 2:08 p.m. unless announced. Quick announcement on one of the dates, you will not be receiving any of our reports. That will be the Chinese New Year 25-26. I call for a off day. I hope you can understand that. I will stop my posting and everything, I think, on 23rd. Next Thursday, I'll stop working. And everything will resume on 30th. I think it's 9 a.m. We'll do a Facebook Live session to start the new year going. How good is that? So next Wednesday, don't miss it, because next Wednesday I'm going to cover a lot. As the weekend, I'm not going to post any video. How good is that? No, it's not so good, right? Alright, so 22nd, don't miss it. Don't miss our date. And we'll go back Facebook Live on 30th, not on 29th. Take note of that. Alright, so that's all I have for you today. Till then, remember always plan your trade and share your plan, and looking forward to see you soon. See you guys.